Hey, Sam, you don't pay tax.
So, Simon.
Hey, man, look, I pay this tax here, so.
I don't believe you. I will get it for it to make you remember about tax.
Hey, Joe, may I tell you something? If you see England and America better so now because they pay the tax, so.
That's true. This is the time all man for contribute to development.
Pay you tax. We are pay you tax. Pay you tax. Yeah, we pay we tax. Pay you tax. We are pay you tax.
This is Bo, a city of 250,000 people in Sierra Leone, West Africa. 10 years after the end of a civil war, the country is peaceful, but is still developing. Though some are prospering, poverty remains high. Local governments like Bo District Council especially struggle to fund critical services like water wells, schools, health centres and roads without outside assistance, usually from non-government organisations. The large NGO Welthungerhilfe, for example, is delivering a 5-year project in the area of food security. In order to maintain this work in a sustainable manner, local people have to take responsibility as opposed to relying on more foreign aid.
We think District Council is a good service provider to ensure after we exit from Bo District that they take over some of the activities. And therefore they need money. And money comes not always from outside. Money should be generated here in the country itself.
One of the main purposes of Revenue Development Foundation is to assist local governments in developing countries to mobilize their municipal taxation. The assistance is targeted at sources such as property tax and business licenses.
At the moment, we are getting support from the central government and some other development partners. But the support will come at the time they want to give their support to us. And we cannot fix proper programs without having our own money.
Revenue Development Foundation trains the administration and valuation officers through the entire cycle, from the very basic foundations of identifying the properties, collecting data, recording the information and creating a database. Then assessing through valuation, billing and collection techniques.
Okay.
A large part of the program is the implementation of publicity campaigns, incentive schemes and compliance strategies because citizens are not familiar with the payment of tax. Before RDF's work, there was no system in place to collect data nor collect revenue. The local governments depend on an irregular central government contribution as well as services provided by the many foreign aid agencies.
And now I can able to assess houses, give them value according to the standard of the particular house, that's able to distinguish between a very poor house, an average house and a rich house, a typical commercial house, a fuel station, how to do all various type of assessment of houses.
RDF trains the valuation officers to assess house values. A modest-sized house without running water or electricity will pay a very small tax compared to much larger, better-equipped building. So the tax is progressive and redistributes the burden on the more wealthy.
Properties is being paid for by its value. So the poor man will pay small, the rich man will pay more, and then the benefit is spread all over to every beneficiary. And sometimes, in fact, the poor man will benefit more.
RDF works with both local government and other partners to explain revenue to citizens as a transparent process through public awareness campaigns. Revenue collection encourages taxpayers to put pressure on local government to keep promises about services like public transportation, sanitation and road construction.
It's free and fair. It's good. It's good for a citizen to pay a tax for a country because you need a development.
I expect us to have water, good roads, like this road really needing to the house. It's not properly done. We need a proper schooling, education for the children, you know.
The revenue performance of Bo City has grown remarkably over the past 4 years, and citizens are now seeing improved services. Our success is seeing the new Bo municipal buses, street lighting and waste management, all budgeted with the help of municipal taxation. The Bo District Council has only recently started its program, but the administration is already benefiting from the initial revenues. However, Bo District is anticipating better revenue based on the prior experience of their sister council, Bo City. The sustainability of the program is likely to be high.
The Revenue Development Foundation has created all of these support to the council, because then issues of property tax was the lowest in respect to revenue collection. Licenses were at the lower end, but today, property tax, licenses, and market dues, these are very strong revenue areas. It's significant for both City Council and any other council to have their own revenue base because, firstly, it gives them complete autonomy to deliver services to their people, to let their people have confidence in them, and to be able to run their own management system.
Bow District will now continue developing its municipal taxation program and come to depend on the program for its budgetary requirement. RDF is now moving the system to other councils across Sierra Leone, and the RDF training manuals have been adopted nationally for all local councils.
My instinct is that thinking about taxes should really be at the center of how we think about building government from the ground up, strengthening those connections between citizens and their governments, and in so doing, building effective governments and building accountable governments.
From my experience in Sierra Leone, I believe that governments able to generate their own revenues are better able to manage their own development process in a sustainable manner. I've seen that this strengthens democratic pressure for government accountability, and there's also a reduction in aid dependency. We're looking to develop this program not only for Sierra Leone, but in other developing countries. Whilst we've been supported by a number of large international development agencies, we're also looking for support from other institutional or private sources to further the program objectives.
Let we pay